All right, let's talk money. Buying a car is a big deal, and the price tag is the first thing we look at. Conventional cars, your regular petrol or diesel engines, are usually the cheapest to buy up front. And in terms of payback price, they often make the most sense. Hybrids, those clever cars with both an engine and an electric motor, cost more. Think of it as an investment, like those fancy shoes you never wear. Then there are the electric vehicles, the EVs. They're the expensive ones, at least for now. Batteries are pricey, you see, but hold your horses. Don't just look at the sticker price. Governments are quite keen on this whole electric car thing, so they're throwing money, well, tax breaks, at anyone who buys one. Plus, some electric cars come with free charging for a while. It's like they're paying you to drive. Of course, prices change faster than a hamster on a wheel. What's expensive today might be a bargain tomorrow. But that's the car market for you. Exciting, isn't it? Now, the real cost of owning a car isn't just the price tag, it's the fuel, or in the case of EVs, the electricity. This is where things get interesting. Conventional cars, especially those with big thirsty engines, will guzzle fuel like I guzzle tea after a long drive. And fuel prices, let's just say they're not exactly going down, are they? Hybrids are a bit more sensible. They sip fuel, especially in the city, where they can switch to electric power. But on long drives, that petrol engine kicks in and the savings aren't as impressive. Now, EVs. This is where you can really stick it to the petrol pumps. Electricity is much cheaper than petrol or diesel, especially if you can charge your car at home overnight. Plus, some public charging stations are even free. Free, imagine that. But remember, electricity prices vary. And if you have to rely on expensive public chargers, those savings might shrink faster than a polar bear in a heat wave. Okay, let's talk payback time. This is where we see how long it takes for those fuel savings to make up for the higher upfront cost of a hybrid or electric car. Now, this is where I'd normally throw in some complicated calculations and bore you to tears. But let's keep it simple, shall we? Hybrids. You'll start seeing some savings on fuel pretty quickly, but it might take a few years to make up for the extra cost compared to a conventional car. Electric versus conventional EVs are more expensive up front, so the payback period is longer. It could be anything from 5 to 10 years, depending on how much you drive, electricity prices and all that jazz. Electric versus hybrid, this is a close one. The payback period for an EV over a hybrid is shorter than compared to a conventional car, but it still depends on how much you drive and the price of electricity. Section 4. Beyond the wallet, green cred and future-proofing. Now, saving money is important, but it's not the only thing to consider. Buying a car is also an emotional decision. You want a car that makes you feel good, right? Well, hybrids and EVs are pretty smug in that department. They're better for the environment, so you can feel all warm and fuzzy inside every time you drive one. Plus, there's the whole future-proofing thing. Governments are pushing for electric cars, so it's a safe bet that they'll be around for a while. Petrol and diesel cars, well, their future is a bit less certain. Of course, there are downsides too. EVs have limited range compared to petrol or diesel cars, and charging can be a pain, especially on long journeys. And let's not forget the sound. I mean, where's the roar of the engine, the thrill of the gear shift? Section 5. So, which one wins the trophy? So, which car is right for you? The answer, my friends, is like a politician's promise. It depends. If you're on a tight budget and do a lot of long drives, a conventional car might be the best option. Just try to get one with decent fuel economy. If you want to save some fuel and do your bit for the environment, a hybrid is a good compromise. You get the best of both worlds, but don't expect to be blown away by the electric-only range. Now, if you're loaded, want to be at the forefront of technology, and don't mind the limited range, then go for an EV. You'll be smugly silent, and you'll probably save some money on fuel in the long run. Section 6. The future of driving. My crystal ball is cloudy but exciting. The car industry is changing faster than a cheetah on a sugar rush. Electric cars are getting cheaper and better, and who knows what other exciting technologies are just around the corner? Hydrogen cars? Flying cars? One thing's for sure, the future of driving is going to be very interesting. But for now, the best advice I can give you is this. Do your research, choose the car that suits your needs and budget, and most importantly, have fun.